everyone, welcome to Liberebil. Welcome to a new video here on Liberebil. Ladies and gentlemen, today I'm behind the wheel of BMW's M4 competition. This one is fully loaded out, as you can probably tell by the seats here at the back and on which I'm sitting. But before I go further, let's first hear what this car sounds like. Okay, so I've been spending about a day behind the wheel of BMW's M4. I have this car for another day, another 2 days actually. So I want to let you know some of my feelings with this vehicle. I'm exiting the estate. We're obviously going to go a bit raucous a bit later on in the video. But before we do that, I want to talk to you about the things I'm touching. In front of me is BMW's steering wheel, which I've been complaining about for about a year or so now. It's a bit too fat for my hands. I don't have the biggest hands, so I can't really grip the steering wheel nice and tightly. BMW has added beautiful carbon fiber shifters behind the steering wheel, and they feel really nice. And then there's BMW's new system with M1 and M2 on the steering wheel for M4. The system has already been in the M5. So I have my M1 set up for MDM, so I have in dynamic mode activated. And on M2, I have the traction control completely off. I found that using the adjustments on the traction control made the car a little bit, I wasn't sure what the car was doing because I don't know how to work with the system. I only have the car for a very limited amount of time, so I can't really explore the full range of the M-Drift analyzer. But as of now, this car feels... Oof. We'll talk about the performance obviously later in the video, but for now it's just all stats and statistics. The S55 is gone and it's been replaced with BMW's S58. It makes 375 kilowatt and 650 newton meters of torque, all through the traditional rear wheel drive, which is a yes for me, because four-wheel drive in BMWs is a no for me as an enthusiast. I don't mind it, but I don't want to compete with RSs and E63s with four-wheel drive. I'm not interested in a four-wheel drive car. I want a rear-wheel drive car that's been engineered to handle the power. And what I love about the M4 is it's leery. It's so drifty and so loose that it takes me back to the M2 and the M2 Comp and BMW's F80 M3 and F82 M4 or F82, F82 M4. It is really a sensational thing. I will click the M1 button now. I'm not turning traction control off in this video because obviously it's a bit dangerous to do in a car. We're in first gear. I like the limiter there. Yeah, no. This is a fast car, and it sounds... Whew. You've probably noticed something. The camera wasn't shaking when changing gear. That's because the MDCT is gone. Now it feels, it doesn't have that same character it had in the past. For example, if you go for a shift now, it's smooth. I don't like it. I don't like that the MDCT is gone. I love that transmission because it slapped into gear every time you went for a shift. The thing just shoved you back in the seat. And on the topic of seats, this car has the beautiful BMW carbon buckets in this lovely color. They are a bit stiff for long driving. The seats, my bum was really numb after a long journey. in the car, and the back part of the seat isn't very supportive for me personally. I'm not the tallest guy, so I don't think it's fitting my body, how do I say, my height very well. But this S58 is, oh, what's happened with the S58? So it's a built-on version of BMW's B58, which has been co-developed with Toyota, and obviously we've got upgraded parts like dual high-pressure fuel pumps, you've got direct injection, you've got a turbocharged engine, and BMW's Vanos and all sorts of other toys. Valvetronic is gone, thank God, so no more issues there. This engine is really refined. I think this is the closest engine we can call to Toyota's 2JZ, because guys with mild mod downpipe and exhaust and tune are getting upwards of 600 wheel horsepower from this engine. So it's responding to mods really well. Suspension wise, it's a bit jiggly here on the normal roads. I am in the comfort setting. This car has not gone to the stiff setting since I've gotten it, because it's a bit too rough for where I live. But let's take it to the Tosi roads and see how the car feels through the corners. So my biggest question I need to ask now is, how do I feel about this car over Audi's RS5? Because that car's cheaper and slightly just a very good car. That car surprised the crap out of me. This car feels like an M2, huh? Mixed with an M5. Wow. Are you freaking kidding me? Let's just go slow past this guy here. I don't know if he's a police officer. Holy moly! Not only is this quick, but the steering wheel. The sound, the way how flat the car feels. Very impressive stuff here. Do you know what I really like about it? Is specifically how the steering wheel works with the chassis. There's a form of momentum the car has that I felt in M2 that really takes me aback with this car. It feels, the best part about it is that it's rear wheel drive. These kids are going to look at us now because we just came up in S7. If you haven't seen the video, you can actually swipe up to check out S7. Swipe up. The link is in the description box below, or you can click the card. So yeah, this is. My problem with the M4 is the price. At 2 million rand, which is this one I'm testing, or just thereabouts, I cannot justify that price over Audi's similar, cheaper RS4 and RS5. But even if the performance, yeah, no, but brakes is sharp. They got carbon ceramics in front. Carbon ceramics in front, and they are huge. 18-inch wheels in front and 19-inch wheels at the back. The biggest problem I have is the price, man. You know, it's hard for me to sit here, ladies and gentlemen, and tell you that the BMW M4 is the better car than the RS5. Dynamically speaking, it is the better car. It's rear wheel driven, it feels rear wheel driven. The chassis is much more pinned down. The car moves around a lot more. It's easier to place. The steering wheel is far more communicative. I think it looks far better than the RS5. But at its premium asking price, and what confuses me the most here is BMW is pricing this car so aggressively at the moment. I mean, we headed into 911 territory here. And is this better than a 911? No. That's the problem. That's the problem. And as a BMW enthusiast, it makes me sad. It actually does, because this is a phenomenal vehicle that's being kind of closed off because of its price tag. RS4 is coming in at 1.3 or 1.4. That's base price, and RS5 is coming in at RS5 is coming at about 1.5 million. The one I tested was about 1.8 million. And if I were to buy a car based on price, if I were to buy a car based on how it makes me feel, go the RS5. I can't believe I'm saying that. You guys know I'm not an Audi guy, but can't justify the price. But yeah, is the BMW M4 better than the RS5? Yes. Is it one of the best cars I've ever driven in my years of motoring? Almost certainly. Is it better than the M2 competition? Yes. But if you can afford this car, you are, yeah, it will be one of the best cars you get to drive. It is phenomenal. And the Harman Kardon, I didn't even touch. I'm so impressed with the way this thing drives. I didn't even touch on my second favorite thing, which is audio. And the audio here is Harman Kardon. It's really good. Not as good as it was in the B&O in the S7, but it's really good. So yeah, I'm getting the M3, so don't worry about all the other odds and ends. I'm going to touch about on comfort and stuff like that in the M3 video. And in there we'll dig more deeply into the price to performance ratio that BMW is pushing. If you enjoyed the video, ladies and gentlemen, thumbs up, subscribe, share with friends and family, and look out for the M3 video. I think after this is RS6, and after that will be Hyundai i10, and after that will most likely be M3. So yeah, brief review, Liberebil out.